Hey everybody, it's Silver Seeker, and today we are taking a look at a couple of high denomination US banknotes. Now, as you know, guys, the $500 bill and the $1,000 bill, which we are both going to show you today in this video, are no longer in use. However, they are still legal tender by the United States. So technically, I could actually go and spend this at a store if I wanted to. Of course, you know, that store may or may not accept it. They may not think it's real or not. But guys, what we want to do with this today is talk a little bit about the history of these notes, and then we're going to go ahead and show you the $500 bill up close, and then we'll bring out the $1,000 bill and take a look at that as well. Now, I've went ahead and taken the plastic off of the top here, so you don't have to worry about the glare as we get it nice and close to the camera. And as you can see, guys, we have a serial number of G002-01352A. This is a series of 1934. And it is absolutely gorgeous, right out of Chicago, Illinois, guys, the United States of America Federal Reserve note. These are very, very beautiful notes. Let's go ahead and take a look at the back. Now, they started producing these smaller ones in 1928. However, the $500 bill, the $1,000 bill, and other large currency notes were actually started to be used all the way back in the 1800s. And they actually discontinued the printing of these in 1945, and then completely discontinued use of these notes all the way up in 1969. So they are still, again, legal tender. We can still use them. We can still spend them if we wanted to. Of course, I would never dare spend something like this because, as I'm sure you know, it is worth well over its face value of $500. So we're going to go ahead and get that back under the plastic to protect it. So like I said, they stopped printing these in 1945 and discontinued their use completely in 1969. They said it was due to lack of use, but to be honest with you, because of the ease of moving money around with big notes like this, $500 and $1,000, and even the $5,000 and $10,000 bills, which you know, they also produced for being used, it's just too easy to move money around with things like this. On top of the fact the counterfeiting a $500 bill or even a $1,000 bill or higher would definitely be something you would not want to have to deal with. It's already bad enough with the 100s. Now, you know, this note specifically, a couple of things to note about it. It's certainly not in perfect condition, as you saw. There's a bank stamp here. You can see it's from the year 1963. You can only see half of the stamp. Unfortunately, that does kind of ruin its value just a little bit. And then additionally, guys, it does have a couple of pinholes here on the left, which are very, very hard for you to see in the camera. And actually, I can barely see them here, but if I put them under a light, like if I put a light under this, you'd be able to see the light shining through. In fact, I went ahead and put my camera light on, so as you move it, you see the light coming through the hole there, the little glare. There's another one. I thought there was one more, but either way, you can see what I'm talking about. You know, right as it lines right up with the lens of the camera coming from my phone's flashlight. You see what I'm talking about right there. Okay, now that we have taken a look at the $500 bill, as I promised, let's go ahead and get out the $1,000 bill. Now, this one I'm not going to take out of the plastic. As you can see, this is in a Capital Plastics currency slab, and I would have to actually unscrew this to get the note out. And to make sure I get it out nice and safely without tearing it or damaging it, I would have to take all 6 screws out. And I think what I'm going to do is just kind of leave it in there, but remove the glare. So we are also looking at this one. This one right here is a J. So Kansas City, you got J000-37463A, series of 1934A. Right there. You can see obviously $1,000 payable in, or this is a legal tender for all debts, public and private, and is redeemable for lawful money at the United States Treasury or at any Federal Reserve Bank. You got Federal Reserve note, you got the series on both sides here and here, you got the serial number, and of course the seal. And you know, right here, United States of America will pay to the bearer on demand $1,000. So very, very cool. Let's take a look at the reverse. So looking at the reverse on this one, you can see there's a little bit of staining right here, and there is a vertical crease going down the center of this note, and this one in particular. However, unlike the $500 note, this one does not have any pinholes in it, nor does it have any bank stamps or markings. So this one is actually in much better condition than the $500 note that I just showed you. This note here in this condition, I estimate to be worth between $1,800 and $1,900. And then the $500 bill, I estimate this one to be worth in this condition around $700, $650 maybe to $700 at the most, just because of the pinholes and things like that. But either way, both of these together are very, very cool, and I figured I'd get them out of the safety deposit box and share them with you, because I haven't shown them in a while. I actually did show off a $1,000 bill on the channel a few years ago, but back then my camera wasn't near as good, nor was my audio as good either. So I thought, hey, why not go ahead and show you a $1,000 bill today? All right, guys. Well, if you enjoyed taking a look at these, if you enjoyed learning a little bit about the history of the $1,000 bill and the $500 bill, and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you do me a favor, like and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching the video, guys. I just want to quickly give a huge shout out to my awesome channel members. It's support like yours that make these videos possible. So once again, thank you. Guys, I left a video over there. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure you go and check that one out as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I'd appreciate a sub if you liked the content. Otherwise, thank you again, and we will see you next time.